Now, on Raw Power, over the last few months, we've had a bunch of weird and wonderful people. None more weirder than this man. I am, of course, talking about Frank Zappa. Now, we caught up in town with him staying at the plush Dorchester Hotel, where the manager described him as a rock thing. In fact, Frank was trying to smuggle pizzas into his room. While the manager wasn't looking, we smuggled ourselves in there.
If you take the independent route, you have to be prepared to take the risk, because when you are the record company, that means you have to finance it. That means if you make $1, you have to be ready to turn that dollar over and put it back into your company so that you can make more product. It's not like you've made $1, now you buy a yacht. You're running a business. And so some records sell better than others, and you have to be prepared to make your business work. And a lot of people who go into rock and roll think that it's just once you get a video on MTV and you're a star and everything's wonderful, and the next step is the endorsement with Coca-Cola and you live happily ever after, but not so. Because there's plenty of people who are famous on MTV and Sky Channel and whatever who are still going, yeah, but what do I eat now? The drastic prediction that the future of rock and roll will be that the major beer companies and the major soft drink companies will eventually start their own concert divisions and build the kind of entertainment they want from scratch so that they can really control it. Kind of like building the Monkees. Steve, when he first came to me, he was too young to be in the band. He was too young to be a touring musician, I thought. And the first I heard of him was when he sent me a cassette of the Black Page that he played on an acoustic guitar, faster than the original version on the Live in New York album. He had a very impressive technique, and then when I went to New York, I met him, and I liked him. I thought that he would be an interesting addition to the band that we had at that time, and as soon as he got over the age barrier and came out and passed the audition, he was in the group. Most of anything that you could really call censorship came from those guys with the scissors at MGM who actually took parts out of albums. But there have been other more subtle situations. For example, certain major chains of retail stores refusing to carry my product at all, including instrumental albums. I mean, this is something that happened last year. There was a funny story in Billboard about this company that had 136 stores and wouldn't sell my albums, including Jazz from Hell. And Billboard said, well, how come you're not going to carry that? I mean, it's an instrumental record. And they said, well, it must have something to do with the cover. And the cover is just a picture of my face. So, and there are video stores that won't carry my video products from Honker Home Video.